How's it going, everybody? So in this video I wanted to go over my Minuteman kit and how specifically I set it up, how I have it secured, how do I keep people from knowing kind of where it is or what's in it, and if anybody breaks in the house, how do I keep those expensive items from growing feet and leaving. So this is how I specifically have it set up. Now there's a specific movie that I got kind of the idea off of. If you're familiar with The Patriot, in one of the scenes when his house is on fire and he needs to go grab his equipment, he runs back to his bedroom and he has a whole chest just with everything kind of ready to go, Minuteman wise. And I got an idea of that, and I was like, that's pretty smart, having a predetermined location where everything's at, but it's securable so no one can really steal it. So that's where I came up kind of with the idea of having a contractor's box like this, right? They're steel, they're kind of hard to get into, they're not impossible. If you have the tools to get in them, you can get in them, no big deal. But it kind of adds that extra security layer. If someone just wants to come in and like do a snatch and grab on like everything, they're probably not going to be able to get in this. So when I go to work, this is locked up. So this stays ready to roll. When I come back and go to bed, all I do is unlock it, lift it up, and there you go. So immediately on top is I have a home defense option, just because it's easy to lock up and just kind of forget about it. And then when I need it, it's there. So this isn't really a part, this firearm here isn't really a part of the Minuteman kit itself. This is a home defense option. So this is a Mossberg 590A1 with a specific light. Most things that go bad happen at night, so you want to observe, a possible threat and visualize it before you just randomly take shots at night, because that's how you go to jail and that's how you go to prison for a very long time, which we don't want to do that. So Mossberg 590A1 just sits on top. But getting into, I guess, the Minuteman components of it, I'm just going to kind of work my way down inside it and show you. So immediately on top, I have my battle belt. So this was an older kind of one that I used on a different deployment. I kind of retired it out of service from my active duty life and got a different one, and then just threw it in here. It still works great, no issues, just found a better one that I preferably like. So Glock 19 with a light IFAK, dump pouches, and then some spare magazines on here. So this one has the Velcro running down it, so you can actually put it on. This is an over belt to an inner belt, kind of a nice concept. I really like them like that. That's how I particularly run. I'll show you the inner belt here in a minute once I work my way down to it. So that was my belt setup. Next, immediately here is my plate carrier. So this is a Mayflower tactical carrier. It's kind of one of their older ones. I really enjoyed this one. Lightweight, has everything that I need for it. I run 3 mags, really slick up front. This isn't too much of a go and get it done type of thing. This is a very quick thing. I do have comms on it though. My Peltor push to talk along with Baofeng comms, and I have a whole setup. I might do a video on that, on showing you how I actually got everything together and whatnot for the Baofeng routed through the Peltor contacts, which I'll show you here in a second. But that's my plate carrier. It also has a swift clip kit that will allow you to clip in different things, which I also will show you here in a second. So that's a plate carrier. Next, moving on to comms and kind of helmet, this is an OpsCore bump helmet. I have Peltor Contact 3s on them with the mic kit, and then they also hook in to the push to talk system. So it's kind of nice to be able to use comms through your ear pro. Awesome setup. I'll probably go over a video on how I got a Baofeng, like kind of a cheaper $23 ham radio to operate through these. So it took me a little while to figure it out. It's kind of annoying, kind of hard, but once I figured it out, I can definitely show you how to get it done and whatnot. So I'll put this over here. So next is kind of an H harness kit, or the other kit. This is a Travis Haley or Haley Strategic D3 chest rig is what they consider it. And this is kind of set up on the heavier way, but I can actually pull the back mags off if I want to run it more slick and lightweight. This can also clip into my plate carrier that I have, or I can just run it with the harness without body armor or anything like that. So I just have some navigation stuff over here, and some IR light, and pens and pencils, and map cases, because if it rains and your maps get soaked, you can't see where you're going, so then you're completely useless. So just common stupid stuff in there like that work really well. So next, going over kind of third line-ish gear, or maybe more like an assault pack is what I would consider. It kind of falls in that third line gear. But this is a Ares Armor Combat, I think it's a Combat 11 pack, if I recall. They don't make these anymore. I think another company picked them up and started making them. Really cool design, really like it, is because you can carry 6 extra mags, plus like iPro, my full IFAK and everything is down in here. It's molly on the sides for water, has different sleeves. I run a water bladder, a couple MREs, whoopee, wet weather gear, stuff like that, cold weather gear in here. And this is a kit that I can throw on my back and then just roll, and I'm pretty well good for a night. Survival kit in here as well. Same with the iPro. Everybody specifically says, why do you run iPro? That's dumb. If the military requires it. Well, if you've ever been in the middle of the woods running night vision and you run into a bunch of trees and twigs get stuck in your eye, it's not a fun time at all. So I always adopted clear iPro when running night vision. Save my eyes multiple times. Plus dust, debris, and other things like that. It's just smart. But trust me, if you get a twig in your eye, you're not going to be happy in the middle of the night too, and you still can't see anything with one night vision. So, kind of talking about it a little too much, but that's why I run it. So next, I have pretty much a full, I got a rearm kit, I guess I would say, in this. This has like 10 AR mags ready to roll, extra, just extra boxes of ammo that I can hand out to people, extra Glock magazines, just extra ammunition in general. This could be used, say, thrown in the back of a vehicle for a rearm kit. I could strategically place this somewhere where I know I'm going to end up, say a rally point or something like that. I can go to, set it down, bury it, do whatever I have to do, and then just leave it there, and I know it's a resupply point. So that's why I have it in here, so I can just quick kind of pick it up and go. Obviously, if you're hiking, it's not going to come with you. It's too heavy. But if you have vehicle transport and other things like that, then you're good. So the rifle that I currently run with right now is my clone rifle, which I have a video on this. I'll put it in the description below. This is exactly clone specific of the rifle that I use active duty. Works out really well because it's the same battery of arms, identically all the same, except for up here I run a PEC 15 on my normal job. My @PLC night vision equipment is actually running on a different carbine or AR pistol that I have, and I just kind of had to make do with this kind of PEC 2, not the real deal, but a step down, kind of civilian legal one. But yeah, so this is a 14.5-inch carbine. If you want to know all the details on this, I do have a video on it, everything. I'll put that in the description below so you can go check it out if you really want to. And then lastly, I have a full just clothing kit. It's just EDC, like a backup everyday carry. What I carry on me is all stuffed in here. Socks, the whole thing. The inner belt is also connected as this as well, so I can put my battle belt on over top of it. So that's pretty much the Minuteman kit. I mean, I guess over here I have my actual third line gear, so all this kit will fit in that bag and I can hike it out. I'll probably do a different video on that because it's kind of awkward to do it right here. I might do it outside where it's nicer, but that whole kit will fit in there. I can hike around with it. I can do what I need to. But if you guys like this kind of stuff, want to see me actually use this, get in more detail about specific items, like how I made stuff or how I did it, how I have it set up, other things like that. I mean, if you want me to go through tactics and stuff, considering my career, I've done, a lot of military stuff, like 4 deployments, all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty familiar with it. If you guys like that kind of stuff or want to see it, let me know in the comments below. But other than that, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you picked up on something. And I greatly appreciate if you hit the like and subscribe. Hope you all have a great day.